This is the Grand Canyon, and I don't know what this is coming out of one of the walls unless it is an aquifer or a springs of some sort. Because you've got all stone there, and then all of a sudden you've got water coming out. Pretty interesting. So I want to tell you about this conversation that I had with a friend the other day. It was so funny. We were talking. We were talking about commercials from back in the day, okay, and how much of an impact they have on us to this day. Okay, we can't always talk about serious stuff. We'll go nuts. We'll end up in a psych ward and with a straight jacket on singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So sometimes we gotta be lighthearted, okay? So we were talking about, I mentioned something about a friend that, when we're kids, we take everything literally. And he saw a commercial for this detergent that his mom used to use. And it's, according to the commercial, it's so powerful that a fist comes out of the washing machine while you're doing laundry. And so he sat there and watched his mom do laundry and waited for the fist to come out. I freaking died. I don't know what the hell I'm laughing at because I I remember those so-called sea monkeys, and in the comic books, okay, it shows them playing tennis or something, and my brother ended up getting some, and I'm waiting for them to play tennis. So I don't know what in the hell I'm laughing at, okay? And they're not sea monkeys, they're freaking shrimp. They're little itty-bitty, feathery type of shrimp. And if I'm not mistaken, when I was in Utah, I saw them at, the lake there, whatever what is it? Salt Lake or something, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I saw them in there, and no, they don't play tennis. Okay, they just don't, which was very disappointing, I might add. We talked about what other commercials? My baloney has a first name, it's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name, it's MAYER. Oh, I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. I was singing that yesterday. And then, what is the other commercial? Lollipop, lollipop, lifesaver, lollipop, lollipop. Ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Oh my freaking God. These commercials, man. And we talked about TV shows that we used to watch back in the day. He was into Smokey and the Bandit. I watched it too. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I watched it too. At one point when I was a kid in the summertime, I would watch... Man, y'all gonna laugh at me. I would watch The Love Boat every single day at 11 a.m. The Love Boat. And man, please. We were talking about that yesterday. And I was going, The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat. Promise is something for everyone. Oh my God. And of course you had games from back in the day. Like these kids of today have no clue, right? They don't have any clue about this. Don't Spill the Beans. Jacks. Okay, girls played jacks. Some guys were good at playing jacks. Battleship, what is it? Battleship Galactica? Is it? What? I can't remember. I loved playing Simon. I wasn't good at it, but I enjoyed it. But I really wish I was better at it. Simon was the game with the 4 colors. I want to say blue, yellow, red, green. And it would play a sequence, and it would start or like the lights, the color would light up in a sequence that you hear. Like boo doo doo. So then you hit those colors, boo doo doo, and it'll eventually go more and more and more advanced. And early in, I'd be done. I'm like, oh crap. Because you have to press the color. The color that lights up makes a sound. And you have to press to repeat what you heard. And they show you, like Simon shows you, it lights up, and you have to remember the sequence and hit the light back. So Simon plays it for you, and then you play it back. Some people were probably really good at it. I wasn't. Okay, I was not. We played Connect 4. We played Hangman. We played Hopscotch. Okay. What else? Nowadays, kids don't really activate their imagination. We had no choice. We had to come up with cool things to do because we just didn't have our face in a computer. They weren't invented yet, at least not for the public to use. I'm sure the government had something fancy way before, us peons got anything. But yeah, so I really like Simon. We talked about this today. Me and a couple other people talked about this today. How we played, hopscotch and keep away and jump rope and double dutch. I was not good at, jump rope. I was mediocre. Double dutch, forget it. I just was not. No. Nope. Just wasn't good at it. Just wasn't. Let's see. What is the other game? You gotta put. What is it? It's an anatomy game, I think, isn't it? Or something. Or wait, there's. Oh, what is that? You gotta put the puzzle together, and you're being timed, and if you don't get it together, it pops up and it undoes what you did. I don't remember the name of that game. Oh my god, that was such a long time ago. Oh my god. Wow. I wasn't good at jacks. I mean, guys are probably going, what the hell is jacks? If you had sisters, you probably watched them play jacks, okay? They've got the ball, and they've got the little metal things that look like stars. And you shake them up in your hand, and you throw them, and you do onesies. So you throw up the ball, and you grab a jack. And you do that repeatedly until all the jacks are gone. Then you do it again, throw it down. Then you do twosies. So you throw the ball up, I believe, or bounce the ball or something, and you grab two. I can't remember the whole gist of it, but that's basically it. And then 3Zs, 4Zs, 5Zs until you get all of them done. I can't. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. Battleship. There was a game that you had to learn the sequence with pegs, different colored pegs, I think. And you couldn't see, like the person that you're playing against would put the pegs in, and you had to guess what the sequence was. And you had multiple tries before you basically lose because you didn't get it right. And I don't remember what that game is called either. I wasn't great at that either. I'm just not a game player. I'm just not really great at that. Let's see. I had a friend who was... if he watched a movie once, he knows the entire script. I kid you not. We're like, Eric, we haven't seen the movie. Can you, zip it? Because we've not seen it, all right? You do not want to play Trivial Pursuit with him unless you just want to get annihilated, because he memorized all the cards, and there's thousands of cards in there. He knows all of them. Are you kidding me? He knew all of them. You don't want to play that against him. Oh, No, you will get annihilated because he memorized every single card. And let's see. What other games did we have? Oh, it was just so much fun. Oh, yeah. And, of course, we didn't have cell phones back then. We didn't really have computers yet. So, like I said, you had to be creative. You just had to be creative. And nowadays, that's a real issue because parents have kids, but they don't want to be bothered with them half the time, especially when they get older and more obnoxious. Talking about, I'm bored, I'm bored. Look, I ain't got time for all that. You better figure something out. But life was, in a lot of ways, simpler back then, but it was also harder in some ways because you didn't have a cell phone. So if you were stranded on the side of the road, you're kind of hosed. Unless you kind of had to rely on the kindness of strangers. Somebody see you stranded, they try to help you. But we all know from experience that that's not always reliable either because everybody's doing their own thing, especially nowadays. I think people were more in tune with helping other people back in the day, and now it doesn't seem like that is a common thing anymore. For some people, yes, but I don't know. I think we're losing quite a bit of that. We talked about, me and the people that were talking today, we talked about payphones, and one of the ladies said, yeah, I remember when the payphone was 10 cents. I'm like, really? I wasn't sure if I remembered that. Wow, payphones. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. So into music, as far as music goes, my favorite genre of music is the 80s. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like some 60s. I do like some 70s. But 80s by far, bar none, is the bomb.com. I freaking love the 80s. And I remember... Remember, those of y'all that did this, y'all gonna be laughing. People still do it to this day. There's nothing around here that, I could do it with, but we go roller skating when we were kids, and man, they would be throwing down with the music, throwing down. And if you watch on video, watch videos on YouTube, you will see, especially people from Chicago and St. Louis, Missouri, and other places, predominantly chocolate cities, and you could watch them in at the skating rink, and they are throwing the hell down. They act like they were born on roller skates. I mean, it's that natural to them. They could go forwards, backwards, all kinds of funky dance moves, and I'm like, how in the hell did they learn how to do any of that? One thing I learned, I used to go rollerblading also. And one thing that I learned fast, it forces you to have confidence right now, today, right this second, because I'd be flying down a hill in a park. I'd be flying down a hill and it got hairy all of a sudden. And I got two choices. I could either keep on flying or I could jump in the grass so I don't hurt myself because I didn't expect to see that dip right there or whatever. And you have to make instant decisions. You can't You can't doubt yourself, second guess yourself. You have to make a move now, Rollerblading was fun. Oh yeah, we had so much fun. We just so much fun back in the day. And I love the Beatles. My favorite song from the Beatles is Let It Be. That is my favorite. I just absolutely love them. And Hey Jude. Hey Jude. I don't know the words. Just take a sad song and make it better. Remember. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the words. And we can start to make it better, 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 better. Yeah, oh man, the Beatles. Yes, 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 yes. Wow. So much has drastically changed since then. Technology is off the wall, and I don't know, I think we get a little too ahead of ourselves sometimes, and I think there's a possibility that, you go berserk with the with the AI and robots and all this other. And do people ever think that all of those fancy things could outsmart humans? Did anybody ever think of that? And then what you gonna do? Oh my. I'm kind of, I don't mind modern things. That's great, but I do believe if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So why is it necessary to go above and beyond? I think we go a little too crazy when we, get too modernized. I think we don't look at, we look at it being a money maker, which is what powerful people do. They're all about making money, but they're not looking at the downside of it because they're stuck on the money making aspect of it. Like electric cars, which is a strange thing. And did anybody ever think, well, how are we going to deal with, the all that demand on the electric grid? Did anybody think of that? Or are you just looking at making money? How is that going to work? And we talked about this too the other day. My friend was like, yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. I'm like, yeah, not really. I said, because I know of two ladies that were going on a road trip, and one of them said, can we take your car because mine's electric and I have to charge it up every so often. That don't sound fun to me. You try to go on a road trip and try to get there, but you gonna be held up because you got to charge your vehicle. I mean, I think sometimes we just go overboard with going fancy. We just go too fancy, and it can cause more problems in the long run. And electric cars have been known to just catch fire. I don't know why. Maybe y'all have an insight on that. Did y'all ever think of that when you were creating these vehicles? Have you rectified that? Self-driving vehicles, is that the greatest thing in the world? I don't know about that either. I mean, I don't know. I kind of miss the days that were simpler and easier. The vehicles were easier. They were easier to work on. They were simple. You could work on your own vehicle. Now they have them so fancy that you cannot work on them. And that's done on purpose so somebody else can make a lot of money, for repairs. So, I don't know. I think we get a little too ahead of ourselves. And if it isn't broken, why are we fixing it? It worked all this time. So why do we feel the need to change it, Some changes are good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes we go overboard. But anyway, so if y'all think of anything from the past, a song or a game. What the heck is that game that the pieces pop up? It gives you a time limit. I want to say, I'm butchering this maybe. Perfection? Is it a game called Perfection? I just remember you had to put pieces in the thingy, and you were timed, and if you didn't do it within a certain time, it would spontaneously pop up. I'm not sure. If y'all know, let me know. So anyway, I figure we go down, take a walk down memory lane. You guys take care. Much love. Bye.